The State of the Nation address. I'm joined by Deputy Mayor of West Municipality, Nontombi Molatlhegi, to get reaction on the deployment of the army to fight illegal mining. Deputy Mayor, good to have you on the program this evening. So let's go to recent reports. I mean, it does show violent clashes between police and suspected zamazamas, especially in the western area. Maybe give us a sense of what's happening there. With the automatic weapons recovered and serious engagements ongoing, how serious is the situation on the ground?
Good evening, Tlantla, and good evening to Newzroom Afrika viewers. The situation, it was extremely severe, bad, especially in December, where we lost 11 lives due to illegal miners. Then early in January, we had a very same problem of the community of Sporong that had to run away from their houses due to zamazamas, and women were raped and they were forever actually terrorized by zamazamas. So that is the situation. So far in Sporong, the situation is calm because of there's a deployment of 2 Nyala vehicles and a temporary satellite police station. The situation is a bit quiet due to that. Yeah.
So leading up to the most recent SONA, we heard residents in parts of Gauteng have been displaced by this violence, which is linked to illegal miners. What are local government priorities in really responding to the security, but the humanitarian challenge as well in Western area?
If I may just touch a little bit on the SONA, what the president could have alluded. We are very excited as the government of the West City Municipality because it has been our plea for the SANDF deployment, and we are very pleased with what the president could have said in terms of deployment of the SANDF that is going to work together with subs. And we hope and believe even the community on the ground, as they've been listening to SONA, they are also happy about that because they were really afraid for their lives, and they had the thing that the police alone, they will not fight these crimes that are happening in the area. So that deployment of SANDF is indeed going to assist a lot, and is going to make our communities to live safety and the normal situation. Their lives are going to be back to normal.
Yeah. What specific gaps in policing and community safety have made this deployment of the army so necessary, especially in parts of Gauteng?
I will specifically speak about the West Rand with what has been happening. With the illegal miners, the ammunition or the firearms that they are carrying a heavy firearms, which at times it's difficult for our own subs to deal with the illegal miners alone. And if you could recall with what it happened actually in Pegasdal, the incident where it took place is not far away from the police station, but it was difficult for the immediate response. Then it shows that a police alone, they will not fight this crime of the illegal miners or zamazamas alone.
But in previous...
And with us as the local municipality, you know, we are only depending on the public safety, and such crimes or activities is not what they are trained for. So they will not even try to take the battle with the illegal miners.
Which brings me to my next point. I mean, some experts are also warning that the military is not trained for routine law enforcement. Do you agree? And how will coordination between the SANDF and SAPS work in practice, at least from where you see things?
Yes, I agree that they are not trained for that, but immediately after there's a deployment of SANDF everywhere. There's curfews, there's how people they should conduct themselves. So I don't think that is going to be a challenge. It's only going to depend on the communities themselves that now they have to change in the manner that they've been behaving throughout.
Do you believe the SANDF deployment will be temporary or long-term in nature? And how will this impact local communities' sense of safety?
In terms of how it's going to be a temporary or permanent, I believe that it's going to depend on the situation, because you understand that the SANDF, it must rotate. It depends as in how things are happening in an area, as in when the situation it becomes calm, is controllable. Hopefully they will go where actually there will be a demand for them, because even here in West Rand or Gauteng, they are coming because of the demand that is there. They are not just coming for the sake of we want to window dress with the SANDF. They are coming because of the situation that is there and they are demanded.
Yeah. Deputy Mayor, how is Randfontein Municipality, for instance, supporting residents who are traumatized or even displaced by these Zama's violence? How do you help them find shelter or services or even get economic assistance in the light of what's happening there?
No, we do. If you recall, when we were starting with the interview, when the community of Sporong flew from their homes and they had nowhere to go, we kicked in as the local municipality. We're the ones that we saw it important for them to get a temporary shelter. Hence, they were taken to one of the community halls, and we ensured that as they were there, they were taken care of in terms of health, in terms of other social needs as the community that they will need, until we got assistance from the provincial government through our premier, working together with our provincial commissioner. That's when actually they went back to Sporong again, but we were ensuring that they are taken care of as the local municipality.
Yeah, we previously spoke the issue about duration, but from what you desire as a municipality, how long would you want the army to stay deployed there, given the situation?
We will want the army to stay as much as the situation can become, until all of us, we are assured, until all of us, we see that the situation now it's back to normal, and people, we can attest and we can take a full responsibility that people are now safe. But as long as the situation is how it is, we would want the SANDF to be around the area.
Thank you so much for your time. That's Deputy Mayor Nontombi Molatlhegi taking us into the heart of what communities are facing in Gauteng. Of course, as South Africa contends with rising illegal mining and violent syndicates, your perspectives on safety, governance and collaborative security response do help us understand the multi-layered challenges, but the urgency for concerted action there.